So very good morning, one and all. Myself, Dr. Bhadrappa, Haralayya, HOD of MBA and Professor of Lingarajappa Engineering College. Now today we are going the webinar on how to write a research article. So in across of this my presentation, I'll cover how to write the research paper as well as our article. And apart from that, the publishing part, a very important part we are looking forward to in this publications. So both the part I'll try to cover it in my presentation. So let us will go first by thought. Progress is impossible without change, and those who can't change their minds can't change anything. Like nowadays we are looking for it into a research part. So changing part is very important by how we are doing research and so into an current field either even we consider our personal life also changes need required. So what extent level we are changing ourselves. So that is you change. So when we talk about constant, the change constant we can say is word is change. Whenever we get change, that is we can say is constant. So let us will go part of uh, what are the contents I'll cover in my presentation. The major components of research paper, which we can say is selection of title, abstract, introduction, literature review, objectives, research methodology, results and discussion, conclusion and references. So let us will go first selection of title. How we'll select the title means where we are going for a research as a scholar, PhD scholar, either uh, selection of title. So, as a PhD research scholar, either postdoc research scholar, like into an part of postdoctoral fellow or delete, there maybe will be allotted guide. So, first before starting selecting title, you approach your professors, means your guide, and the next is indicate accurately the subject and scope of the study. So, what is the scope of the study into an our subject? So that you have to select it. Second component, the avoid using abbreviations like the engineering fellows or management fellows. Many places will use abbreviations like NA, CS, IT, AI, ML. So before better using abbreviations, try to use full forms like AI. You can write it artificial intelligence. ML you can write it machine learning. So apart from this, use words that create a positive impression and stimulate a reader interest. Like our title itself, the many people have to get interest to read our papers, like title itself. And apart from that, use current field of study like engineering. We have taken nowadays into an part of CS, computer science engineering. The many we are going into our many research we are looking or into and nowadays AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data structure. These all can help where we are selecting topic and identify key variable both dependent and independent. Suggest a relationship between variables which is supports the major hypothesis into an our title. And whenever we are selecting title, so try to select 10 to 15 substantive words for selection of title. And next is how to write the abstract. So these five components you have to take. Yeah, writing abstract. What is the purpose of study? Design and methodology of approach, and what are the findings and results, and originality or value, and paper type and keywords. These all component you have to use writing your abstract and purpose why we are writing and what the purpose is there to write this and what design or methodology design will be followed in engineering and technology streams and social science people we will use in methodology, uh, and findings and result, what results we are getting, and like originality, you can ask your colleagues, either your guide, either expert into in the field of your topic, and paper type, which type of paper you are writing, like review article, either result paper, which type of paper you are writing, and write the keywords by your selected title, which are important keywords for your research. And I now come to the three types of abstract will be there: critical abstract, descriptive abstract, and highlight abstract. Nowadays, many people using critical abstract only into an your research. The critical abstract we can say is how we are uh, writing abstract, like so nowadays we are writing critical abstract like describing our findings, result, and judgment of our information, and that abstract will be minimum 400 to 500 words of abstract we are writing, adding up interpretation and everything. And descriptive abstract, it is like not a very small abstract which we are writing. That abstract will be called descriptive abstract, that is 100 words or less abstract. But into highlight abstract we are writing only, it is where we are writing case studies type of papers, there we are writing, highlight abstract. Now come to the part of second component of content of this webinar, that is introduction. How will write the introduction means these three questions you are answered, the reader point of view, that will become as an 1 second. So reader point of view, we have to answer the three questions. What is this? So what I example you can take, being as a management fellow, I selected analyzing comparative study of non-performing asset with reference to public and private sector banks. I'm writing this research article. So when we are writing this as a research article, the reader point of view, we have to answer these questions. What is this? Why I am reading it? And what do you want me to think about considering doing react to it? Like we selected topic, and what is this? Like analyzing comparative study of non-performing asset with reference to public sector bank and private sector bank. What is this? We have to answer that question. And later on, why I am reading it? The reader point of we have to think over it. So these three answered, you answered. That introduction part will get finished. And the next is what are the general associated for writing introduction is establish area to research or identify research, place your research. What is important, highlighting importance for the topic, we have to highlight it, and general statement we have to write it. Presenting an over of our current research, or there are three which I said, identifying research. In identifying research, we can say is opposing as an existing assumptions, like where we have done literature review, we have to oppose it. Oppose means so which we can statement it, and revealing the gap of existing action part we can complete it. And coming to the literature review and related works, it may be where we are going into an studying of many papers or referring of many articles into an Google Scholar, either Scoopers or SCI or ABDC index. Many index or many open access will refer it, like ResearchGate and all. So there you can read it, the paper, and write the literature review. How we have to write the literature review, I can say it here. Place each work in the context of its contribution to the understanding of research problem being studied. Where I studied and you statement it, like you don't make it complicated when you are writing literature review is like we have to write it 10 line, 15 line, or 20 line. Every literature review, as per your convenient, you can write it 3 to 5 lines. Also, it is enough for writing of literature review. What is the work of existence and what further work I'm carrying out it, and describe the relation of each work to the other under consideration. Like many literature, we are going into the field of our study, so thoroughly you can do it. What portion we are going into the part of our study, and identify the new ways to interrupt and the gaps of previous research. Like many places we are looking, many papers we are looking on it, we are finding the many gaps. Those gaps you can write it into an your like literature review. What you can enhance it by literature review. And apart from that, resolve the conflict amongst the previous studies. Many conflict are there into an previous study. Those you can give judgment over into an your part review. Apart from that, identify the areas of prior scholarship or prevent duplication of effort, and don't copy paste it like their abstract or conclusion into an your within the context of existing literature, which I said, make comparison of your result, either your paper into an existing literature review. That will be better of writing of your literature review. Next is how to write objectives and pinpoint the major focus of your research. Like it is also I am saying where I said literature review, where we state either we make comparison between many papers. That fellow is written literature review is 10 lines. I have also have to write it. Not like that. Your objective also has to be limited. Don't write it 10, 20. The many papers I have seen. First objective will write it, and our result will be fifth objective. So I'll say in further, which is this point of view, how to write the objective is pinpoint the major focus of your research, break down your research focus into and research objectives, write your research objectives in the SMART format, means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time based. The many people we are, I have seen in many research article, they have not, they have write the objective, but they have not achieved it at the into the part of result. So which are possible outcome we can get it. So those you can make it objectives which are relevant to your study, which a time based specific time itself we have to cover our study. Those type of you have to list out it objectives, minimum 4 or maximum 6 to 8 objectives. Keep your number of objectives limited. Use action verbs. So this when you are writing objectives. Next is research methodology. What methodology we are following into an overall approach, like specific methods, data collection and analysis, how we are using analysis part into an advanced Excel, either SPSS tool, either any tool we are using, those you can indicate over into and this part of research methodology. And result and discussion. So into an core part you can make it table, graphs, interpretation and result justification. You know how to draw the table, graphs and interpretation and result justification. Those all you can do it over here into an result and discussion. After doing research methodology by questionnaire, either by analysis of balance sheet, whatever in the into an portion of your into an research paper. And in generally into research, some which I covered in the previous slide. And when we are writing conclusion, mainly focus on conclusion should be right based on the recommendation. What recommendation you can do it that into an write into in the form of conclusion. State your conclusion is clear and simple language, because who is referring your paper, they have to extend their study into an your part of your paper, like I done this portion and extendable implication of research should be there. This that you have to indicate over here, and indicate which I said, indicate opportunity for future research as long as have not already done so it in the discussion section of your research, which you not covered you indicate into an conclusion, and some further research fellows, either your scholar either your student can extend it of your research. And which is I said those main points I can list out it. Presenting the last word of issues you can raise it in your research paper, and summarizing your thoughts and conveying the larger implication of study, demonstrating the importance of your idea, introducing possible new or expand ways to thinking about the research problems. These all you can do it in into an conclusion. And reference part you can say is two ways you can show into an modern language association and AP American psychological association. There are two format you can do it in your reference part, like I have shown here. Even these PPT I can share into an your presentation. And this is one image I can share you into an your all which is your group mentioned by research department research that SCI Tech conferences. And now coming to the how we are going into the published part, deciding whether to publish. Why publish? Why have to publish it? To add knowledge to your field, either to advance your career, to see your name in the print. There are three important points. I am very importantly I am saying yourself. You question itself. Why publish? That is to add knowledge to your study, to advance your career, to see your name in the print. So that when you decide this, you can have I got something worth publishing? Like, does the work add enough to existing knowledge? Either is to interest to others. Feel like there some have a fashion to publish a paper. Like myself, I can say in all the stream of finance, marketing, and HR, I'm publishing into and all the fields of papers into nowadays. So that is have and many people have many fashions. The one even I have seen my friend circle to add his name into an print. So many it like I can say is fashion into an the field of research. And what are the important factor into an scope is like some major factor I can show you here. What are the quality we can when we are looking into a manuscript, which I said into an my presentation, you can follow it this quality, significance, and originality, consistent with scope of journal, demonstrated broad interest and readership, will it excite, well written story, and author energy, and which I same points it is over here, which is come to very important point into on this presentation. Scoopus, when we have go for Scoopus publishing, please check it out. What is our rank in Simago? So that is website I'll put into an your presentation chart.
சார் அதுதான் சார் அவங்களோட கேப்பபிள் பொறுத்து கேட்கும் சார் அவங்க ஏன்னா ஒரு சில பேர் சீக்கிரமாக கற்றுக்கும்
In
ஆனால் ஒரு சிலருக்கு போய்
this
பழகிடும் சார் ஸோ அதனால நாங்கள்
website you can check it out by searching of adding of ISNN, which rank it is belongs to Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4, and that will be rank given by that. I take an example of Journal of International Migration and Integration, and this journal have Q1, Q2, Q3 Scoopus ranking. That based on the year it has been changed the ranking, and presently you can check it out 2023 ranking. So that by searching of that website, that link, you can get it know which rank it is. Even you can find SCI either Scoopus journal by putting of your title and abstract into an this Elsevier website. You mentioned your title and abstract. You can you went for search. You will get Scoopus journals, which a journal you can publish it. And before you submit, you make it your internal review. Ask your colleagues to make what are the comments and what are the suggestion by him to your paper. Ask someone outside your field to read it. Read the notice to authors. Follow format of submission of instruction of journals. Write a covering letter and to the editor, which is very important. Many people will not write the covering letter and all where we are going to publish SCI and Scoopus. Submit the consent of all authors and to only one journal. And after you, the many people will do like this. Same paper will submit 2 to 3 journals. Don't do like that. Once you submit one journal and that rejected, then you can go for and different journal. Until that, don't go for uh, the different. And this is the review part where we can part it. And very important thing: 10 rules for getting published. So these 10 rules. Hello. Anyone have any question? Can I go ahead?
Yes, sir, please.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. 10 rules for getting published. Very important. You can take a photo, snapshot of these 2 slides. Read many papers, and these 2 slides very important. Why I'm saying is, what I am doing this whole presentation is it covers these 10 rules. First rule is read many papers and learn from both the good and bad ones. Like download it 10 or 20 papers, which are good things, which are bad ones. You highlight it. That is first rule. And the second rule is the more objective you can be about your work, the better the work will ultimately become. When objective is less, that which I said my presentation, good editors and reviewers will be objective about your work. Like when you write objectives, which I said, pinpoint it. So every editor and reviewer will see your objectives. And the fourth rule is, if you do not write well in the English language, take lesson early. It will be invaluable later. Means when you're writing your research paper, write it grammatically. That is very important. And learn to live with rejection. Like when the paper is rejected, and these journal people will reject it. Like my example, I can say I submitted my paper to Himalaya publishers, and that paper is rejected 3 times. At the fourth time, I said to upload into a different journal. My guide is said, by rejection only you can learn it. Whatever suggestion you people you are getting, you make it edit and you again submit it. It again till seventh time also it get published. That will be your success of your paper. So I thought that sir is saying correct, and I made a correction and uploaded fourth time. Again fourth time is also reviewer is rejected and said to correct it, some minor content. And I corrected fifth time, that paper is got published. So by rejection we can learn it, how to write the research paper. So by directly accepting many journals, scoopers are many things. By not rejecting, we can't. It is my experience. I am saying, by rejection we can learn it how to write the research paper. And by any rejection you got it, don't get it. Uh, what? Uh, Take it is as a motivation and go ahead to making correction of that. And the sixth rule is to understand what makes good science and what makes good writing science. Be objective about them. So into the which I said into my presentation into an 7 slide only. Now I'll say it. When you're writing any objectives, Like example, you can take it. Four objective you have written. Those four objective we have to map with your result. Like I written A, B, C, D. A objective can map with A result, and which is mapping A result. The same result, A result only map with A findings. So that type of only you have to map it and you have to write the research paper. That will be writing of science, good science. Like second B objective can be mapped with two graphs, either two results and two findings. That serial sequence level only you have written objectives. The sequence level only you have to do the result and findings and start writing the paper the day you have the idea of what question to pursue it. So based on the question, you can start writing first day onwards. Become a reviewer early in your career, and this you become a when you are writing research paper, you publish 10 to 20. When you become a reviewer, you'll get to know that this again rule. Decide early on where to try publish your paper. When you are start to writing the paper, you decided this journal I have to publish it, and the last is quality of the paper, not quantity is everything, which I said in writing of objectives and writing of your literature. You just don't look for it quantity, look for it quality. And recently, I went through before 1.5 year or 2 year, many people went through of literature. One of foreign author, it may be is related to banking and finance. I went through his literature review. The every literature review has written 1.5 line or 2 lines more. So we will write 5 to 10 lines. Like you don't see the quantity, just see the quality of your things. Now come to the very important registration of your research engine, research gate. You can get many articles of open access, SlideShare, register it in Archid, Google Scholar, and the Scoopers will get registered automatically. You publish in Scoopers Index journal, and this is my profile. I can show you. This is my profile of Google Scholar. You can enter it in Google Scholar, and citation is updated. It is old one 3303. It is on 8th January. Now today it is 3341, and this is my Scoopers profile, and it is also updated. My citation was 62 today till date, and I have indexed by 16 papers right now till, and still the 16 paper I have to get index in the Scopus. It is in process, and this is my research gate profile. My papers are total publications are 270, and readers are more than 4,10,000 nowadays, today till date. And this is research gate profile, and this is my Orchid profile. This is my works are there, like my research data and research publication, my student thesis and all. I done more than 400 reviews, but which are Scoopers index like SCIA, very Q1, Q2. Those are over here peer review in 72 till date. And out of that 72 are 22 are grant publications. And this is my live DNA ID, and this is my Web of Science ID, and this is research ID, and these are my as a committee member of review board as well as editorial board member of these journals and as well as uh, what you can say is Scoopers Index journals.
Actually, last week வந்து Friday
Thank you. Any questions you can go ahead.
நாளைக்கு ஒன்று கேட்டுங்க ஷில்பா இப்போ ரீசெண்டாக வந்திருக்கு இல்லையா
Please.
இது முடிச்சுட்டு தான் நம்ம அதை போடுவோம் அப்போ ஷில்பாவது டைட்டில் கொடுத்துருங்க எனக்கு
இப்போ அனுப்பிட்டு
ம்
Anyone have any question? Please go ahead.
ஃபஸ்ட்டு சிஸ்டம் ஒர்க் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிருங்க. இது ஒரு ஓரமாக வச்சுட்டு
இல்லை இது கனெக்ட் பண்ண முடியாது ஏன்னா டிவி இருக்குது. டிவி தான் லேப்டாப் போடுங்க.
எடுத்துருங்க.
So now I'm coming to the Ritu Gupta's question. Many journals which are considered in a very good journals and also good publishers, but why we are considering them as a paid journals? The many Scooper journal are not paid journals, but early publication we are paying them. So it is my answer. So you have waited for Q2 or Q3. Within 8 months, we can publish it Q3. There are many free journals will be available. In Q2 journals also, you waited for 12 to 13 months. You can publish it free of cost, I feel. The many free journals are there. You can check it out by Scoopers or elsewhere website. And now coming to Mustafa. Sir, how to identify the Bhadrappa journal? It is updated in every index of journal. You can look for it UGC index. The UGC website will be there. They have updated their UGC journals. And apart from that, also in Scoopers, also you use which are genuine websites like Scoopers are there, Scoopers.com. I'll add it into a chat part. By opening up this, which I sent a website, you can check it out. And next, Komal Priya, sir, I would like to ask that the study is done 4 years back and that can be published now. You can. So just check it out to the plagiarism. But the very important thing is which you done work recently, anyone is done, you can't publish it. That is my answer. Apart from this, anyone have any question, please?
So, yes, sir. Of course. If everything is done, you can please, sir. Please, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon.
Sir, I have this one query. Last year, there was one journal X in which I have published a Scopus indexed. Okay.
Okay.
Now, same journal I have again submitted and the paper got accepted. But when I'm checking in the Scopus, no, the Scopus coverage area is given
Okay.
till 2023.
Sir, can you make it your sound is louder?
Okay, sir. For a minute, sir. Am I audible now, sir?
Yes.
Okay, sir. I will repeat my question again, sir. Last year, 2023, I have published in one X journal my research paper, Scopus Index Q3 journal.
Okay.
Okay, and then again I have sent the one more paper to the same journal. It got accepted.
Okay.
But when I'm checking the Scopus, it is coming as a Scopus coverage year till 2023. So should I wait or even I have raised a request to Scopus?
You raise the request to Scoopers helpline center.
Okay, sir.
Those people will reply what is it is what it problem have, why it is not indexed and all. It is not indexed, no?
It is index, sir. Last year also it was there,
Okay.
2023, but it should give as present, no? So it's not giving as present. So I had a doubt.
Yes. By ISN number of that journal, the index is continued or it is exited. You can check it out.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any questions? Can we wind up?
அப்பா எக்ஸ்டெண்ட்
Thank
எவ்வளவு
you.
நாள் ஆயிருக்குப்பா பாருங்க டேட் க்ளவுட் வெல்த் மார்க்கெட்டிங்
முடிச்சிட்டாரா?
கலைச்சல்